Welcome back to the Mike Odyssey channel. I am Mike Odyssey, and in this video, I want to talk about the possibility of Link having a voice in Tears of the Kingdom. No, I'm not talking about gestures, although I'll get a little more into that, but I'm talking about an actual voice. Will we hear Link speak in Tears of the Kingdom? Let's get.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a.
So before we get into today's stories, you see, I want to ask you one thing. I want to ask for your subscription. You see, I'm legally blind and I'm basically losing my sight as we go. I don't have sight on my left eye and I have about 40% sight of my right eye, and it's just fading away, right? The doctors right now have nothing else they can do. But I have a dream to become a full-timer on YouTube by the end of this year. And I want to ask you for your help. If you subscribe to this channel right now, it'll only take a second. For me, it'll just change my life. So if you could do that right now, I would really appreciate it. Here, we have Monday through Friday Nintendo news. On the weekends, we have products and reviews. And we also have the occasional Nintopic podcast with your favorite voice actor. So I would really appreciate it. It will mean the world to me. And I just want to thank you in advance for giving me your subscription. Let's move on to today's stories. Get started. Okay, so the question is, will Link have a voice in Tears of the Kingdom? And I am not talking about him expressing himself through gestures, but an actual voice. And before you say no, let me explain to you why Link could have a voice in Tears of the Kingdom. And this has to do with the Legend of Zelda outside of the gaming realm. Now, we all know that Nintendo has a big, giant, massive, evil plan to take over the world, and they have already started that plan in Hollywood, right? They took over Hollywood with the most sold movie in history in the Super Mario Brothers movie. So as in this moment, the Super Mario Brothers movie is the highest selling and grossing game in history when it comes to animated films and even adaptations to video games. All records belong to Nintendo. Now, we also know that Nintendo has Super Nintendo World, which is mostly focused on the Mushroom Kingdom. But did you know that if you attend a park and you visit one of the characters, they actually speak in full sentences? Yes, it's like you can have a conversation with Mario, Peach, Luigi, and even Bowser in the future. Yes, you can speak in full sentences. And I have spoken to the voice actors behind the scenes, Samantha Kelly, and she has confirmed that they recorded a lot to give you that experience of having a conversation with Princess Peach, Mario, Luigi, Toad, and the rest of the crew later on. So this is something that Nintendo really wants to happen. Now that you know that Donkey Kong and Mario are not the only movies in production or made by Illumination Studios, we also have The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda is currently in production by Illumination Studios, rumored, by the way, and they have voice actors, right? And there are already a lot of names out there for the voice of Link that have been rumored to have either auditioned or hired to play Link. There is also the confirmation in Universal Studios, and I reported about this a couple of days ago, where they are building a place called Land of Hyrule, where they will have Zelda, Link, and all of the amazing characters, including the champions, as characters. They will have rides with themes of Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. They will have a lot involved in this place called Lands of Hyrule, which will be built on top of what it used to be Lost Continent in Universal Studios. Now, the general census out there when it comes to video games tells us that Link is mute, but in reality, Link is a combination of a third-party and first-party character. When it comes to his voice, he is a first-party character. He is us. We are representative of Link. We only select what he's about to say next when we are given the option to by a little menu that pops up, and we choose what Link is going to say next. In other circumstances, we see Link talk to the actual character or NPC and express himself, and then we have the character that he spoke to actually answer back in full sentences. Now, this same method has been used in every single game where Link has to explain the details of his journey, why he's there, to that NPC character he's about to meet. For example, when we're talking about The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we are told to go into the village and find an elder, right? So we have to find an elder and let him know why we are there in order for that elder to give us more information and us to find the proper dungeons to get to find these either jewels or gems or whatever we have to find in order to rescue Zelda. When we actually look at it, Link has always had a voice. But Mike, you're saying that Link might have a voice in Tears of the Kingdom. And now that I've explained everything that's happening outside of the gaming realm when it comes to The Legend of Zelda, let me tell you why I believe there's a chance that we might hear Link speak in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, will Link speak the entire game? I don't believe he will. But this could be the very first game we hear Link speak. Now, with Tears of the Kingdom being the game that it is, it feels like the grand finale for a series, right? That started with Skyward Sword, then continued with Breath of the Wild, and now ending with Tears of the Kingdom. This game feels way too big in order for it to not to be a grand finale. Everything is at stake. As we saw in the last trailer, we have team-ups between characters, NPCs, and major character roles teaming up with Link to fight a battle. This time, Link is not alone. Now, I believe this is the biggest and greatest challenge Link has ever faced, which makes me also believe that this is the finale for the trilogy when it comes to Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. This is the biggest and baddest battle ever out there. There is rumors that Demise is within this game, and also Ganon is in this game. We hear the voice of Zelda tell Link, you cannot do this alone. Yet we see in the trailers that we have the new champions, what I want to call the new champions, assistant Link from every single part of the land. I believe this is the biggest and greatest challenge Link has ever faced when it comes to, encountering Ganon or even Calamity Ganon, but now encountering Ganondorf and possibly Demise. Now, in order for Link to speak in this game, I believe there has to be a pivotal moment in this time where things are on the line. Throughout the game, we'll see Link be Link. Just like we saw Link in Breath of the Wild, we'll see the gestures. We'll see Link explain and do things without his voice. But I believe that towards the end of the game, there is something that will happen that will have so much weight behind it that will trigger a cutscene between Link and Zelda. I believe that the hidden love story between Link and Princess Zelda will finally be revealed in this cutscene. It's not just a one-on-one fight, it's a battle, it's a war that Ganondorf has placed on Hyrule, and therefore all these people have teamed up in order to fight it. But there will be a moment where Link is separated from the pack, where Link has to go on his own to fight Ganondorf or to fight Demise. There will be this moment, this cutscene, this heartfelt encounter between Link and Zelda, where their love story will finally be revealed and their hearts opened. And while Zelda speaks to Link about how she really, really feels, and Zelda tells Link, I need you to come back. I need you to win because I need you. Link, I love you. Now Link looks back at Zelda. He looks into her eyes. He holds her and says, I will be back. I love you. And this will be how Link speaks in Tears of the Kingdom. Link does not have to speak throughout the entire game. Link can just say those 3 words, I love you, to Princess Zelda. And this could open the world outside of the gaming realm for movies, theme parks, TV shows, and everywhere else the Legend of Zelda is represented. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave your comment down below, and answer this question. How much would it mean to you to finally hear Link tell Zelda, Zelda, I'll be back, and I love you? That is going to do it for this video. I am Mike Odyssey, but before I let you go, I have two important things I need to let you know. Number one, never give up. And number two, journey on. Peace.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better.